Hey guys, Dave the Bartender here with a long overdue Flames of War video. Now I've been promising to get some Flames content up for a little while now, and because I'd been working on some basing last week for a tutorial for my works blog, I thought I might as well quickly get a basing video up. Now the nice thing about this tutorial I was writing is I'm actually planning on using this technique for my Kings of War undead as well. So it gave me a chance just to do some practice, try out a couple of different ideas. Some of them worked, some of them didn't, and yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how everything's turned out. So first step, once I glued the Germans to the base, was to apply some of the Vallejo brown earth paste. Now this stuff, it kind of looks like peanut butter, and it comes out with a little bit of a grit texture to it, but I wasn't overly happy with the colour it comes out as. So this is it here. As you see, it's slightly glossy finish, a little bit of texture in there. I've added some of the Army Painter Battlefield rocks as well, but just the colour was a little bit too light for what I was looking for, but as a texture it came out really nice. Now within that range there's a couple of darker colours, which next time will be something that I'll grab, and they also do a desert sand. So if you're doing a desert based army, sorry, camera's wobbling a little bit, if you're doing a desert army, it will be a really good thing to use, quick, fast, easy. But yeah, I needed a little bit more detail, a little bit more contrast. So the next step I did was I took a little bit of the AK Interactive dust effects and earth effects and a little bit of the dark mud as well, and applied those, and then used some white spirit to stump them to give a lot more realistic sort of earthen tones. Now the nice thing about this is that the texture of the Vallejo paste came through, so you got a wee bit of texture there, and a lot more realistic earth tones, a bit more contrast and stuff like that. So I was really happy with how this came out, but I still wanted to add some vegetation and other stuff to it. So what I did for the next one is I used some Forge World light earth and medium earth weathering powders and some pigment binder to give that sort of really nice grainy dust dirt effect. And then I added some Woodland Scenics fine turf, fine turf or fine earth flock, just to give that sort of little patchy grass. So I'm really happy with how that one came out. And then the final step was to add some fine clump foliage and some of the Army Painter wilderness turfs, these ones were. So yeah, this is my German basing scheme, slightly different to the one which I've used for my allies, which was a lot simpler. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out, and I think this is a scheme which is going to work quite nicely on the 28mm scale of my undead as well. What I'll do for those is I'll put a little bit more grittier texture in with the Vallejo, just to add a bit more sizable chunks of stuff, and I'll add some bigger rocks and things like that, and some slightly bigger pieces of foliage. What I might do on those ones is use some of the fine leaf foliage from Woodland Scenics as opposed to the clump foliage, just to get a little bit more realism. But yeah, this is one of my German infantry teams. This is a Panzer Schreck team, I think. So my Flames of War knowledge isn't particularly great at this stage. I've still got to play some games. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll have some step-by-step photos coming up in a second, which will be of much better resolution to these ones. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll have some new Flames of War stuff coming up for you shortly. Cheers.